Shiga Swami Rupa Sanatana Rupa Priya Mahajana Jiva Raghunatha Natara Priya Kavi Krishna Dasa Krishna Dasa Priya Narottama Seva Para Charapara Vishwanatha Asha Vishwanatha Bhakta Satapana Deva Jagannatha Tanapriya Shri Bhakti Vinoda Mahabhagavata Vara Shri Gora Kishora Vara Hari Bhajanete Jara Moda Shri Vashava Navivara Sada Seva Seva Pada Tahara Daita Dasanama Prabhupada Antaranga Shri Swadabhanubanuga Shri Keshava Bhakti Pragyana Gaudiya Vedanta Vedambaya Varotama Gauravani Prachara Chanda Hama Pracharira Gauravani Bhakti Vedanta Swami Pararira Prabhupada Kama Kesha Priya Mahajana Vamindana Rayanhana Gauravani Tare Pranadana Esaba Hari Jana Gaurangana Nija Jana Karera Chiste Morakama Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara. Page 36.
Could you put the mic closer to my crowd?
Sure. Haribo, Janardhan Prabhu. Vrindavanavasi jato Vaishnavera gana Pratame vandana kori Sabara charana Nilachala vasi jato Mahaprabhu gana Bhumite padiyavando Sabara charana Navadvipavasi jato Mahaprabhu bhakta Sabara charana vando Hoyanuraka Mahaprabhu bhakta jato Goda deshe stiti Sabara charana vando Gaudiya pranati Jedeshe baise Gaurangera gana Udvabahu kori vando Sabara charana Hoyachena hoyi bena Prabhujato dasa Sabara charana vando Dante Korigasha Brahmandato Dite Shakti Dare Jane Jane Eveda Purane Guna Gaya Jebashune Mahaprabhu Gana Sabapatita Pavana Tai Love Mui Papi Lovi Nusharana Dandana Kodite Mui Kato Shakti Dori Tama Buddhi Doshe Mui Damba Matra Kori Tatapi Mukera Bhagya Manera Udasa Dokshakshami Modami Koro Nija Dasa Sarva Vancha Siddhi Hoy Yama Banda Chute Jagate Dodaba Hoy Prema Dana Lute Manera Vasana Puna Achirate Hoya Devaki Nandana Dasa Elo Bekoya Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur. Page 200. Start with the Panch Tattva and 6 Goswamis. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vande Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jivedoya Kori Swaparshada Sviya Dhamma Sahavatori Atyanta Dudaba Prema Kori Baridana Shikaya Sharana Goti Bhakatera Prana Danya Atmani Vedana Goptif Vivarana Avasharakshi Be Krishna Vishvasa Palahana Bhakti Anukura Matra Kayera Svikara Bhakti Pratikura Bhava Vajanangikara Sharanga Sharanagati Hoi Vejara Tahara Pratana Shune Shinanda Kumara Rupa Sanatana Pade Dante Trinakori Bhakati Vinoda Pade Duhupada Dohori Kandiya Kandiya Bole Amito Adama Shikaye Sharanagati Karahe Utama Jaya Swaparshada Jaya Godahari Swaparshada Jaya Godahari Jaya Swaparshada. Page 66.
This isn't going to work out very soon because I don't play anything on the demo. No sound on the live stream, Santi said.
Right now or 11?
She said that 10 minutes ago.
I think I turned it on.
Really?
Well, let me tune in.
It's showing up as sound.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was off at first.
Oh, okay.
But
10 minutes ago.
no, yeah, I don't know how long it's been going on.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's good?
Yeah.
Emana Dharmati Samsarabhitare Podhyachinu Ami samsara bitare Jinami Tavani jajan Kona mahajane Tavani jajan Kona mahajane Pataya dile to me to me Emona dharmaji samsara bitare Podya chinuami Daya kori more patita dekhiya koila mara giya Oh he dinanjan sunamalo kota Oh he dinajan sunambalo koto
Hera jana sunabala kata
Ulasita beia
Saita habe
Prabhu he mana dharmaji samsara bitare Podya chinuami
Durmati sangsara bitare
Tamara tarite Sri Krishna Chaitanya Navadipe avatar
Krishna Chaitanya Navadvipe avatara
Tomahe no kato dinahi na jane
Tomahe na kato dinahi na jane
Tomahe no kato dinahi na jane
Tomahe na kato dinahi na jane
Korile na bhava para
Bhava para
Prabhu he mana dharmati samsara bitare Podya chinuami
Anadamate samsara vita Podya china ame
Vadera pratiyan Rakibara tare Rukmavana viprasuta
Tere pratija Rakibara tare Rukmavana vipra Sutta
Mahaprabhu name Nadiya Mataya
Mahaprabhu name Nadiya Mataya
Mahaprabhu name Nadiya Mataya
Prabhu name Nadiya Mataya
Sange Bhayavaduta
Bhayava Duta
Prabhu he mana dharmati samsara bitare Podya chinuami
Anadumati Samsara Vitare Puriyaye Chino Ami
Nanda Sutajini Chaitanya Gosai Nijana me kari dana
Nanda Sunajini
Chaitanya Gosai
Nijanama Kore Dana
Charilo Jagat Tumiyo Jaya
Hariyo Jagata Tumiyo Jaya
Charilo Jagat Tumiyo Jaya
Tarilo Jagata Tumiyo Jaya
Laho Nija Paritrana
Apari Chana
Prabhu he emana dharmaji samsara bitare podiya chinu ami
Mana Dormati Samsara Vitare Puriyaya China Ara
Sekata suniya asiya chinatha chamara charane thale
Sekata Sonia Asiya Chin Tumara Charana Tali
Bakati vinoda khadiya khadiya
Pakadi Vinoda Kandiya Kandiya
Bakati vinoda khadiya khadiya
Kati Vinoda Kandiya Kandiya
Apana kahini bole
Pole
Prabhu he emana dharmaji samsara bitare podiya chinu ami
Mana Dormati Samsara Vitare Puriyaya China Amen.
Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari
Jaya Sachinandan Gaurari Sachinandan Jaya Gaurari
Nitai Gaura Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Gaura Hari Bo
in front of me. Is it good? Does it sound good? Whoa, look at that.
Evil. Evil. Oh yeah, you got it. Next time.
I know like the
Yeah. All right, next time I'm looking forward.
I'm like, I gotta practice. It's gonna be like the next thing I practice, so I can actually play along.
Beautiful.
Rather than just be kind of like,
I like that.
you know.
Yeah. Translation?
O Lord, I am so unfortunate to have fallen into this material world, but you have sent an exalted soul, one of your own associates, to save me. Being compassionate upon seeing in me in such a fallen condition, he said, O humbled soul, listen to this good advice by which your heart will become joyful. To deliver you, Sri Krishna Chaitanya has descended to the land of Navadvip. He has conducted so many poor and lowly souls like you across the ocean of material existence. In order to fulfill the promise of the Vedas, he has appeared with a golden complexion as the son of Brahmana, known by the name Mahaprabhu. He and his brother, the Avadut Nityananda, have caused all of Nadia to become maddened in divine ecstasy. Sri Chaitanya, who is directly the son of Nanda, has saved the world by distributing his own holy name. You go also and receive your deliverance. O Lord, hearing these words, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has come to your lotus feet, weeping. He tells the story of his life. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai.
Jai.
Page 206. Manasa Deha Geha. 206. Yeah. And Radha. Manasa Deha Geha. Jo kichu mora arpilo tuapade Nanda Kishora Manasa Deha Geha Jo kichu mora arpilo tuapade Nanda Kishora Manasa Deha Geha Jo kichu mor arpilo tuapade Nanda Kishora
Nasa deha gaya choki chumo apilu tuapade Nanda Kishore
Sampade Vipade Jivane Marane Daya Mama Gela Tuo Pad Barane Sampade Vipade Jivane Marane Daya Mama Gela
tuayo padava rane
Marabhira Khabi Joy Chatahar Nitya Dasa Prati Tua Adhikar Marabhira Khabi Joy Chatahar Nitya Dasa Prati
tuaradika
Janmavi Janmavi Mae Icha Jadi Tor Bhakta Grihe Jani Janma Haumar Janmavi Mae Icha Jadi Tor Bhakta Grihe Jani Janma Haumar Manasa Deha Geha Jo kichu mora arpilo tuapade Nanda Kishore Manasa Deha Geha
choki chumo apilu tuapade Nanda Kishore
Kita janmaha Jata tuadasa Bahir mukha Brahma Janme nahi ash Kita janmaha Jata tuadasa Bhukti Mukti परान भक्ति विनोदा कहे सुनो गाना राधा माता तू हमारा परान मानसा देह गेह जो किछु मोरा अर्पिलो तुआ पाय दे नंदा किशोरा मानसा देह जो किछु राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे 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 जय जय श्री राधे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा ओ हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे राम जय राधा रमन बिहारी राधे जय राधा रमन बिहारी गौरानी ताई जय गौरानी ताई जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा 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 जय गुरुदेवा ओ प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय नीताय गौर हरि बोल 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 नीताय गौर प्रेमानंदे
So is that the Maha Mantra? Okay, good. Good. We just need Dr. Om.
He told me half an hour ago he was on his way,
Okay.
so.
Could you ask him if he had a car accident on the way? Maybe that's him. That's true, Roy. Can you ask Dr. Om if he had a car accident on the way?
I can ask him.
Okay. So nobody laughed. I can't believe it. No, what it meant was you didn't have that far to go to get here. My jokes are so high that it's hard to get. Agyanam timirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Twadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhakti Parada Chiptasya Kamadi Tarangamadi Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapadyam Brinde Maste Charanarvindam Tavaivasmi Najivami Tambina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanantike Kripayati Yadi Radha Padita Shesha Badha Kema Paravishishtam Pushti Maryade Yormi Yadi Vadati Chakinchit Smeraha Sodhitasvir Dvija Varamani Pankta Mukti Shuktya Tadakim Shama Sundara Shikanda Shekara Smeraha Samurali Manohara Radhikara Sikamam Kripanidhe Swapriya Charana Kinkari Prananatha Vrishabhanu Nandini Srimakabjara Salola Satapada Radhika Padatale Kritastitim Tam Bhajami Rasikendra Shekhar Sambhidaya Dashane Trinam Bibo Prartaye Brajamahendra Nandana Astu Mohan Tavati Balaba Janma Janmane Madhispari. Can you raise it, Haridas? If Sri Radha is merciful to me, then all the obstacles to my devotion will be removed. There will be nothing further to me attain, for I will have received the excellence offered by the paths of both Vaidhi and Rag. And if she speaks something while smiling gently, thereby revealing the brilliance of the rows of her beautiful pearl-like teeth, then what significance will the oyster of liberation have? O Shamasundar, O you whose head is adorned with peacock feathers, whose face is graced with a laughing smile, whose myrtle flute enchants the mind, and who is expert in relishing ras with Srimati Radhika. O ocean of mercy, please make me a maidservant at the feet of your beloved. You are the Lord of the life of the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj. You are like a bee, always eager to taste the nectar of a lotus-like face. O Rasikendra, Shekhar, foremost Shekhar of those who are Rasik, Rasikendra, who are situated at the feet of Sri Radhika, I worship you. O son of the king of Braj, O all-pervading one, O Mohan, who enchants the minds of all, taking a piece of straw in my teeth, I pray that your supremely beloved Sri Radha be my dear worshipful goddess, birth after birth. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances. Can somebody ask Tripurari to come in? He doesn't have to do the service, just come in. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Asto Tridasat Shishimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Asto Tridasat Shishimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. To our grandfather gurus, Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj and Shishimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. To all of his divine associates, to all the assembled devotees, and to all the assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus, who are my Shiksha Gurus, Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhav Maharaj, Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Ban Maharaj, and Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj. So today is a special kind of class. It's a class for sharing, because I think that most of us, if not all of us, had an astonishing weekend. It was the beginning of Miami Giving Day, but we had astonishing weekends, not necessarily because of the money, although that was very nice. Not because Krishna needs anybody's help, but because the world needs to serve Krishna. And this is a great opportunity for coming together and working together for a good cause. Srila Prabhupada writes in the very preface of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam that the world comes together now with so many material facilities like airplanes, jets, AI, everything is bringing the world together materially, but still there's a pinprick in the sense that we need to come together for peace and prosperity and harmony with a common cause. Very interesting, with a common cause. So today is a day, and we really need Dr. Om. Can you tell him I'm in anxiety and we're not supposed to? One of the 19 items of knowledge is not to put anyone in anxiety by one's body or mind. Okay, so it's a day of sharing our weekends, basically, so we can appreciate each other and appreciate the happenings and see what a beautiful family this is. So who would like to start? I think that Gadagraju would like to start.
He said he's on his way. Maybe that's it. He
Okay,
said he had to get shaved and showered.
okay.
That's not his.
Do you want to sit there, or should we just?
Whatever is best.
Yeah, it's nice so that we don't have to keep moving around.
So I should go there.
Yeah, bring a pillow or a chair. You can bring that gray chair.
Oh,
Thank you for coming. Hmm? Well, I think they're all transcendental stories that are being shared.
should everyone be positive? Jnana-timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Dibhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. First of all, offering all of my unlimited heartfelt Dandavat pranams and the dust of the lotus feet of my worshipful Diksha Guru Devi Srimati Shamrani Didi, the entire Rupanuga Guru Varga, and all assembled devotees, Vaishnavas, Hare Krishna. Yeah, like Gurudev was saying, it seems so amazing that we were like all over the place yesterday and this weekend. So as everyone knows, Santi, myself, Ever, Hamangani, Vishrambar, and Kukumangi were at Zen Awakening Festival in Orlando, and it was wild, but it was a wild opportunity to connect with people. Pretty much everyone in the festival had some relationship with us. You know, many people got prasadam, many people got books, many people got kirtan, and at least met us and connected with us at the very minimum. And it was actually kind of a relatively smaller festival in size, and it was more of like a camp out. You know, most people, they had their own situations and but there was a lot of walking around and a lot of talking. So it was a perfect environment. But the night was very loud, lots of music continually. And, but it was something that I'm taking away and noticing is it's such a good place for us to be, to provide Krishna consciousness. Everyone you see there, they say peace and love, you know, or blessings, gratitude, you know, so they're looking for something meaningful, and they're actually there to connect and talk, you know. Even I was walking over to the temple this morning, and I saw the neighbors, and I was like, hey, morning, you know, because I was still in that mood of communication and like community, like they're there, talk to everybody, and they're just like, you know, right past you. So they're like, that means that they're looking for connection. And by the mercy of our Guru Varga, we can give them the highest connection, you know, the most meaningful, deepest connection that they're really looking for. And many people I spoke to, so many conversations, they are confused with so much information, and they've heard a lot of terms, but they haven't been given such concise, perfect philosophy that we've been given. So it's like refreshing, like water for them. They've been looking, you know, and you can see it in their eyes when you start talking to them about Krishna. I think that I've been looking for Krishna, you know. That's how they feel, and that's how, so it's amazing, it's perfect, you know. So I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to contribute in so many ways and be a part of such an efficient and amazing team. Actually, Kunkumangi spoke about Krishna nonstop for like 3 days. Just to every single person, fearlessly. And so everyone showed up. Hamangani cooked like mountains of prasadam for hundreds of people. We did kirtan every night. People came and sat at our booth, took prasad, chanted their hearts out. And many people got books, like Journey of the Soul, many of Gurudev's big books, ASL, and Venu Geet, Gopi Geet, lots of Prabhupada's books, Science of Self-Realization, and tons of art, lots of art. Especially at that festival, people just, they love the art, you know, because it's so colorful, kind of atmosphere. And so yeah, I think that's a good summary of the event.
Thank you.
Panchakalpatarishya
Kripasindhubheva cha patitanam pavane.
Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
And Dr. Om, Prabhu, the reason why I kept asking Haridas to call you again and again is because I want to ask you to speak.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Especially that girl.
Okay.
But anything else you want to say that I don't know about?
Hare Krishna, everybody. Hopefully you guys can send me your blessings so I say something productive, not offensive,
Can you put the mic closer to you?
Yeah. Can I just take it off? Okay. So, FIU is a gem, and I think it has a lot of opportunity for...
You mean Florida?
For Florida International University. Yes, the college north of here. I think it's a gem. We have a lot of programs that are going on a weekly basis. I think there's 2 now, or at least one, you know, and potentially 2. And they're very receptive, you know, as far as the student body. You can, and the administration, they're very open to having people who are part of the clubs to present their books and, you know, whatever they've got going on. They have like a whole hallway dedicated to just people setting up their club tables and doing stuff. So, you know, fortunately, Haridas Prabhu asked me to come with them one day, and I won't pass up that opportunity. So I was there at FIU, and I met, you know, Oriana, who you saw come here the other day, and she was very receptive. She's also...
You were just walking around and distributing books?
Yeah, that's... Like I had like an hour and a half with Haridas Prabhu when he was at a meeting, so I just tried to meet as many people as I could. But she was the most receptive, and she had a lot of questions. So it was nice that she had honor, you know, and she followed up, and she came here, and, you know.
Did you have to remind her to come? You called her?
No, actually, that was the best part. We just basically said to her, are you gonna come on Friday? And she's like, and like after we talked, and she's like, yeah. And I was like, that's it? And she's like, yeah, that's it. And I said, all right. And I didn't believe it myself. You know? So she showed up, and that was great. She had a wonderful experience. I think she'll come around more. You know, I'd love to see specifically her, you know, get more involved.
And what did you do with her on Sunday?
So after, no, I didn't, it wasn't Sunday. It was Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Yeah, afterwards we just, you know, like she parked around. First she parked in a place that she would have got a ticket, so we sorted that out. And then we just talked, and it got late. It was like, you know, I think like midnight or something. We were just talking about Krishna consciousness, you know. There's some places around here that I like to go, and I get inspired, like in Wynwood or something, see some of the art. So those are kind of the places that I'll go, and, you know, I do, like, I have my own little projects that I'm working on to be a better person, you know, so those kind of atmospheres are, help me get into the mood of writing and working on those things. So I just had her participate with what I was gonna do anyway, and I just gave her the time and attention, in a sense, to address any questions.
Time and attention, questions. You spoke to her also about, did she read the books that you gave her?
Yeah, she followed up with me yesterday about the books again, just like a, you know, honorable person, you know, keeping their word, you know. And yeah, she told me she got through 20 pages of Beyond Birth and Death. That I gave her a link to Bhagavad Gita's audiobook, and so she got through chapter 2, and so she's like, you know, starting to get the idea of detachment. That was one thing she really picked up on. Yeah, I think she appreciates the movement. She can understand that Krishna is God, you know, like she has more of a new age concept, like everything is God, and, you know, that kind of like Nirvishesha, Shunyavadi, the whole thing that the pranam mantra indicates that we are trying to overcome for the spiritual practitioners in Kali Yuga, you know. So like that, yeah.
Okay, so what I summarize in my head of everything you said is that you give the time and attention and the care to people, and
Yeah.
you really see them as our close family, and then you take that seed and water it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and calling, okay, calls.
Yeah, like I have a Google Voice on my phone, which has a separate number, because I just have too many, like over the years of meeting so many people, it would just fill up my address book with too many people. And so I suggest this for you guys too, if it seems helpful, where you have your Google Voice number, and then when you meet them, they text you or whatever, they talk to them there, and you have this log of these are all the devotee potential people who are interested in Krishna consciousness right there. and then just follow up with them, you know. And I have a sheet on my phone where I, you know, I'm seeing what's happening with them, and just if things are
Your
going
own database.
my own database, yeah. And if things are going well, where I can be supported, because my whole thing is not to push them in any real like way, other than, you know, come to eat prasad and come hang out, and I would love to make friends. I think it's one of the more beautiful things in life, but friends are very rare, you know, and having deep, sincere connections where people understand where your heart is and aligning with that, it's just so rare, you know. So I think that having the opportunity to meet so many people increases that potential, and I want them to know that, you know, I'm there for them in that way.
Fantastic. I'm there for you. Very powerful statement. Thank you.
Yeah.
Panchakovatri Vyashagavasinavyeva Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnav. Good, thanks. So who would like to be next? I think I see I have a hand on Haridas.
I don't think we need to do all the invocations.
Yeah.
Vandeham. Sorry. Let's make a joke. Thank you, Santi, for your patience with me as I make a joke. And everybody here, and the microphone being back on. Thanks, Gurudev, Gurudevi. The one thing I wanted to share, so Friday I went to an art opening, and it was like really, really good. I can't appreciate the art. I really don't understand art very well. So I meant like, obviously I meant like the preaching, the talking to people. In preaching, like actually just like the friendliness, the vibe, talking, it was probably the most like open crowd that I've been to. I don't know if it was because it was the Black community or just because it was the art community, maybe because it was both. It was at the African Heritage Center, which is like the prominent Black cultural arts center in Miami. They've produced like Oscar-winning performers, and so they are interested in exhibiting Gurudevi's artwork for 2 months next year. They're like super pro, and so I went to their art opening because Mandali has said so many times to me, Vasanti, you have to go to their openings, to everybody's openings, to make friends. And they see you, and it's so true. People see me at events, they come up to me now. Like literally, I was there, and somebody's like, she's like, oh, I've seen you at State of the Arts. And that was the thing that me, Triparaya, and Janard went to last year, where we met the mayor, where I saw the mayor. I was like, I want to meet her. And so now people like, they just get to know. And then this was the first event where people were like really just coming up to me, being like, hey, I like the way you're dressed. Like it happens sometimes, but not in like a actually like friendly, I want to talk to you way. Like this was like a lot of like friendly, I want to talk to you. Hey, tell me what you're about. And what I found was most interesting is a lot of them were having a lot of just questions about who am I? How do I relate to myself within this world? And desiring a deeper understanding of self. That's like, it's rare. It's rare that I just meet a room of people who have that same idea and that same thinking and are genuinely like open to new ideas, open to talking about it, open to understanding, hey, what's your culture? Where's this coming from? I want to know more. I want to learn more. And it's other people, they might have that desire, but they don't necessarily have the language to be able to actually say it to one another. Whereas this was a lot of people who were very open, wanted to talk. And what's nice is like the friends that we've made through this for this center were there, and they were like introducing me to people. So, and they really just love the art. They really love us, and it's really exciting.
Were we represented there?
I was there.
I mean, you said they love the art, but they saw it in other
sorry, I meant
times?
like Ludlow who's seen the art.
Oh,
Like the people who'd seen the art, who know the art, like love the art. I showed them also, like, I had a little pamphlet, so I'd show them. You know, like, even though I was at another art exhibition, I was, I didn't bring prints just because it's sometimes, like, if you have a print, they don't necessarily have a bag to put it in. Even if they have, like, a big bag, They don't really have like big bags, and then it gets crumpled. So I just wanted to share that because it's really like inspiring. And I was saying with Vasanti how she's like, yeah, the festivals are really her scene, and I was like, wow, I feel like there's like art shows are more my scene just because it's so like very stimulating.
It's another
I need-
festival.
It's just a different. I'm like, I need like the stimulation, like boom boom boom, and like so much excitement, so much talking. I am. Okay, Radhe.
Wait, what about the Miami Day specific with you and Radha
Oh,
and the devotees?
there's so many other people who could talk about that though.
All right. But I mean, you and Radha were kind of heading it up, weren't you?
And Vasanti.
All right, you want to talk
Not
about
to
it?
mention my name was out of obligation.
It's not out of obligation. You're on this. We talk with all. What do you mean?
All right, she'll talk about it. And the festival.
Yeah.
You're everything. Raga, yes, Raga. All right, thank you. Panchako Bhatriyavyaschaka Visanubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnava. Haridas is always out with the crowds. He looks for every opportunity, and that's wonderful.
Can I tell you, at the run on Sunday?
Yeah, the run, that's another thing you
when I was
did.
trying to find parking, I drove past all the big clubs, and it was at 6:30 in the morning, 6:45 in the morning, and they were just letting out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, we could like be here distributing books.
Yeah,
There was literally a party on the street. Like
That's
we could
the
be
culture.
distributing prasadam.
You're hungover, don't you want a samosa?
We could just
They were
do-
just ending their night. Their night was ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We could do Mangal Arti, go there with samosas, sell samosas, distribute books.
are you ready?
No, I'm not ready. I just think if we put a center right there,
But I mean, can we go there sometimes?
why not?
Let's do
We
it.
should just ask Lucas if we could sell samosas in their place.
Yeah.
Our,
Mm,
he comes to here. The guy who owns the club comes here.
that's wonderful. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay, great. Is everybody, is Gadagar, are you ready to go out early in the morning?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go.
Is Raga?
I've never made samosas, honestly, but we can make something so quick.
Made like thousands.
Well, Samukhi, while she's away, Samukhi can make the samosas and you can distribute them. Samosas, books, everything. Wonderful. Because it's not that they're the only ones that are intoxicated. Everyone is. So I know two very intoxicated people who became devotees. Does anybody know them?
Jagai and Madai.
Yes. Okay. So Vasanti, are you ready? Well, you're the president. You have to be represented here. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Come. Tell about everything.
One more person before me.
All right, Raga.
Okay. Haribol. So, yeah, it was an ecstatic weekend, especially yesterday after the run. Was super fun. Me and Vasanti came like right after. And Haridas was like already at it with going to every single person, like, what organization are you with? Here, take this pamphlet. Like, you know, very much on it, because there's so many people. And the amazing thing about that crowd of people is that, like, they're already kind of materially situated in the mode of goodness. Like, they're all into nonprofit work. They're all, like, out going on an early morning run. You know, like, they're already kind of situated in these generally materially good things. So, yeah, it was really nice. So, I also felt like seeing Haridas just like go to every person. I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. So, and then all the devotees being just all together, like Vishwarup and Sharada and Yashoda and Vasanti and little Subal were there. So, just having like the congregation, you know, in one spot, it's
You felt
like
empowered.
yeah, you feel empowered, you know, because sometimes I'm like, oh, you get a rejection, then it's like, okay, cool, it's fine, the devotees are here. Hare Krishna, keep going, you know, like it keeps the energy flowing, you know. And we met so many people who were like, oh, wow, that sounds so amazing. They're interested in art or theater or dance or music, all these people in different choirs and stuff. And it's like, cool, we have a music night. Cool, we have dancers who come once a year from India who are super amazing. You know, like we have all
Did you
these.
ask if we could come? If they could allow us to come too?
So to their like dance,
Yeah.
I told the dancers that once a year our dancers come and they
No,
lead classes.
not from India, but
Uh-huh.
our dancers. Like we can dance and sing and do a
They're like
play.
professional dancers. Like they get paid to dance.
I see.
She connected with a mobile hospital, like community.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I forgot
Right,
about those
that's what I-
people.
With them talking about us doing prasad distribution.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So
how can we all work together?
yeah, exactly. There were
It's what
so
we
many
contribute.
cool people who are really interested in collaboration. So with that mobile hospital, they also do food distribution, I think daily, and I wrote down their information. We're going to follow up today or tomorrow. But yeah, I talked about how we have an interest in doing like ready-to-eat meals, distributing those at local food distribution areas. And they're like, oh, that would be a really cool offering and, you know, helpful for us. And so it's just cool because then, like, you know, these people just like seeing devotees and interacting with devotees, obviously, like they get the prasad and the prasadam's going out, and that's important. But it's also like the community seeing that, like, oh, these people care more about, like, it's not just like they sit in their temple and do their weird ceremonies and like sing songs. Like that sounds kind of cool, but like I don't get it, you know? And so like it's good for the greater community to see like, oh wow, like, you know, there's a greater reach. Like there's something that I care about that they're also doing. So it's just like automatically they're getting Sukriti just because they're like thinking of us in a favorable,
Even
positive way.
appreciated. Bhagavatam says
Yeah.
they get benefit.
Yeah. So it was really nice. It's just so many people and like such a, very receptive and nice. And yeah, it was great.
Can you talk about Saturday?
Saturday. Saturday we called people and like did voice messaging for a few hours.
It was the first day of the.
It was first day of Give Miami. Yeah, it was fine. I mean, comparatively to the 5K, I was like, you know, because I like just was sending voice messages for like hours and hours and calling people.
And everyone was in the temple, weren't they?
There was like a few people here, so yeah, it was like
What are we up to
we were
now?
very focused.
$3,748.
How many people did we get to make their own individual pages?
Not as much as we wanted, but none of them have raised money. So
Yeah, those pages are for you.
I'm kind of like, I feel like it's like it was a really good idea, but it,
Can we
Yeah.
remind more of our friends to
Just posting to their social
do
media.
that?
Yeah.
We asked so many people to make personal pages. It's not really working,
I
is what
think-
I'm seeing.
I think the benefit though is that we then contacted all of our people, so they now know about Give Miami.
Yeah.
And it's not in a way of just like, hey, can you give me money? But like, hey, can you do this for us? And now, like later in the week, we're like, hey, you know, like it's Give Miami Day, would you? And they're like, oh yeah, it's already in their
Mhm.
mind. And we approach them in a way that.
They already feel part of us.
Right.
Yeah, and we weren't just asking them for money. It's like, it's about, oh, can you tell other people, can you tell your network about us? It's like less pressure, you know, just, doing this cool stuff, be a part of it. You know, it's more about like community outreach rather than like, what can I get from you? You
Mhm.
know, because that's
Good.
our mood. So that's all. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful, thank you. Panchakavaturvyastrakapisunubevacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnava. Nitai, I want to hear about your Good Samaritanship and everything else that you did and experienced on the run day, and if there was any other day. What went through your head?
Radhe, Radhe. So like the 5K and all that. The 5K went really well. It was quite an experience because
Now, most of the people at the other end of your microphone don't know what 5K is or anything?
5K is 5,000 kilometers or 3.2 miles. Or yeah, 5,000
Yeah.
5,000 meters. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
5,000 meters
Right.
or 3.2 miles. Prior to the 5K, everybody known I was bedridden. I was coughing up a lung, like just sick. And then the day before the 5K was Ekadashi, and so I was empty on my gas tank. Like my gas tank was just fried. But we had some service to do, and so that's what I went and go do. So we woke up for the 5K that morning, was hyping myself up, playing some songs, you know, trying to get in the mood. Yeah, Haridas was there. I was just like, all right, here go. But like deep down, I was just like, oh my God, I'm about to die. I already knew I was about to die. And then we figure out the course. We have to go over this bridge and then back, like come back. And so it was a rough course as well. And so I'm like halfway through, and my only job, I was just like, I just don't want to stop. I just want to keep going and just make it all the way through and just, you know, do that.
When?
In the middle of the race.
No, when?
Win. Yes, win for you. Yes. And so we're coming back. So we're on the home stretch, and we're coming back, and we're making it up this long climb up the bridge again. And I start to fade. I'm fried. But at the same time, I start to fade. There's this like 11-year-old kid just like right here, and he's fading. He's like we kind of kept up the same pace throughout the race. But as I started to fade, he started to fade as well. But him fading was more verbal. And so he was running and like just stumbling and everyone. He's like, I can't. And I knew like right then in that moment, I was just like, okay, this is Krishna in disguise. I gotta help him. And so I tapped him on the back. I was just like, look, you have to slow down your breathing. Like stop telling yourself you can't. Who told you that you can't? And so you can. And I told him to pick his head up, to slow down his breathing, and just to match my pace. And we were still probably like a mile away, still climbing up this long hill. And we finally got to the top. He's like, I just want to stop. I just want to stop. And I was just like, okay, we could stop once. We could stop right here. And so we stopped right at the top. I gave him another little pep talk. I was just like, look, nobody told you that you cannot do this. You know, like you are telling yourself that you can't, and so therefore you are feeding the narrative. Can't should not be in your vocabulary. And so I was like, look, we're gonna match my pace, we're gonna keep it slow. We got it downhill, and then we got 0.2 miles back to the finish line. It's right there. So we're gonna do this together. I'm not leaving you. We're gonna cross this finish line together. That's what I told him. And so we start back up. He's on it. He's like, oh, it's hard. I can't. I'm like, it's supposed to hurt, man. Just keep going. Let's go. Come on. And so like we're just trotting along. He's like, how far? And I kept honestly, like, forgive my offenses. I kept lying to him. I was just like, it's just right there, man. It's just right there. It was not right there. We still had a long way to go. And so when I finally saw the finish line, we were like going this way and we had to come across, and I finally saw the finish line out of the corner of my eyes. I was just like, all right, look, man, we are literally almost there now. I am not lying to you anymore. And so let's go. We got to turn on the jets, pick it up, and we're going to make it together. We're going to cross this finish line together. And thus we did. And so as soon as we crossed the finish line, he like fell to one knee, like picked him up. I grabbed the medal. I was like, look at what you did. Like, look at what you did. He was like, oh, Nitai, I owe you so much. Like, I wouldn't have done this without you. I was like, no, you don't owe anything to me. You owe it to yourself, you know? And then I had found Haridas. I grabbed a Way of Love in a pamphlet, and I walked back over to him. And he's like super excited, like just ecstatic. He's like, oh, Mom, this is Nitai, Mom. And, like just telling everybody. And I was just like, look, brother. And so I was like, I give him the book. I was like, I'm a monk at a Bhakti Yoga temple. We do Friday night kirtans, and we serve prasadam every now and again. Here's a little book. It's a very easy read. It just talks about the way of love, a little bit of the kind of love that I showed you today during the race. So if you ever have the chance to read this, here's a pamphlet as well. Please come by the temple. I'd love to show you around.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Very friendly and personal,
yeah,
loving.
Super. It was really nice.
What about after the race? There was kirtan?
No, not really.
Such loud
It was
music
so
playing.
Oh, loud
yeah.
music.
Yeah, but it was a lot of people. 26, only the runners. It was 2,600 runners, just alone. And then they had other people that just showed up for the festival, and other people that were just cheering along. And so,
And you spoke to people?
yeah, I was walking around. There was this other girl named Jocelyn. She was from LA, flew out just for the race, just to participate in a nonprofit race. I introduced her to Vasanti, and so, yeah. all in
Great.
all, great
Thank you.
experience. Haribol.
Anti COVID district of Vaisnava. So this is an example of sacrifice, loving sacrifice, quality of the devotee. And Vasanti's going to go last because she has such amazing things to say that the live stream machine would explode in ecstasy. Ever, would you like? Oh. Ever, would you like to share something? Tell who you are and why you're there.
Sorry, I thought you, Jim.
Uh-huh.
It's my first time on the mic here. So that was my first festival that I went to. And something that stood out to me is that over and over and over, I felt that just divine timing was happening, Krishna's mercy was happening, just like little things would happen, and we're like, oh man, that was just perfect. Like we moved our tents to a quiet place, and then they literally built a stage right next to it. Well, and they were gonna play like at 11 p.m., but it just happened to be that some wire got fried, and they had to like shut it down, and we got good sleep because of it. So little things like that. And also something I like parties, I like socializing, but following the monk diet, hanging out with y'all, I felt that natural high. Like I understood what y'all were talking about. For the first time, I was like, oh, okay, I see. And it felt also really cool. So there was a bunch of booths, a bunch of people selling different things. And our booth was sort of like in the center of like between all the commercial booths and the campground. So everybody that was walking past would see us. And I'm sure that it was first time seeing kirtan, for a lot of people there. And that was cool. Also, it was like, it kind of felt like a tree, like just a shade that people could go under and just hang out. Because the other people, everything else was a store, essentially. So it felt like the coolest booth because of it. And it felt like, greater purpose, not just selling. And yeah, that's what I took away from it. It was dope. I'd do it again.
And you had an experience of speaking to people, didn't you, one after another?
Yes, I felt so. Distributing prasadam was cool. Like going out and going, hey, the monks just cooked something delicious.
Wow.
Y'all should join, and they join. And that was really cool. I enjoyed that. I'd do it again.
Okay. Did you hear that, Vasanti?
Yeah, I
We'll
hope
do it
I'm
again.
trying to get us into Lotus Gathering first weekend in May. So
Cool.
Mark told us as well, yeah.
And shout out Mark. He was cool.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Panchakolbachiribhyashta kripasinubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavi. And Sharda. Just speak from your heart, whatever comes out from the weekend. See, it was the beginning of Give Miami Day. So that's our day. We give to Miami. It's our Give Miami Day. We want every day to be our Give Miami Day. And practically it is. So our temple is Miami. It's not in Miami, it is Miami.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah, I think the main thing that I participated in was the run. I don't know if I have any. I was kind of in the background for everything.
You cooked a
else.
lot for the, she cooked for the interfaith
yeah.
gathering where 400 people were there.
Okay. But
And
yeah.
it was delicious.
So, as Nitai mentioned, that I also ran the run, and all of us were like, the bridge. We were like, I haven't run up a hill in forever because like there's no hills here. So I was like, oh no, this is gonna be actually much harder than I thought it was going to be. And yeah, at the same point where Nietzsche was like, I hit a wall, I also sort of hit a wall. It's like I got up over the bridge the first time, I was like, okay. And then the second time I had to go back over it, and I was like, okay. And yeah, there was like, there was this feeling in my body that was like, just stop. Like just walk, just stop, just.
But you continued?
Yeah, I just kept running. I was
So
like,
you
no.
could see you could do what you thought you couldn't do.
Mm.
And did you speak to people after the run?
Well, I had sort of a realization in the middle of that wall that was really kind of the only thing I have to share, because afterwards I just had breakfast and I didn't talk to anyone. Sorry. But in that moment where I felt like I couldn't keep going, you know, I just asked Krishna, like, please save me. I was like, please help me. And I just kept trying to remember as many different names of Krishna as I could. And then I was, you know, I was asking everybody for help. I was like, Balaram, please help me. Nityananda, please help me. Mahaprabhu, please help me. Rupa Goswami, everyone. I went down the line and I was like, everybody, please help me. Like, keep going. And then I just realized that I can, you know, that was such like I'm just running, you know. It's not like really spiritual activity, but it helped me.
Turn to everybody.
Yeah, and I just realized that actually they're there all the time, just like anxiously waiting to help me if I just cry out and ask them for help. So yeah, I think that was like my big thing, and I could feel like there's immediate reciprocation.
That's an excellent thing to experience on the weekend.
Yeah. So yeah, that was like that was it. But no, it was
good.
It was really important. And yeah, running is not about being athletic or your body or anything. It's really all in the mind. And it's like running is just one big mental challenge, and I feel like it gives me so much time and space to think and pray, actually. So it's
To
it's really,
depend, think, who am I? What's
yeah.
my relationship with the whole? Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Is there anybody else? Sumukhi? Well, I'll tell about Sumukhi. She was the one-man show here because the rest of us went to the interfaith program, and she stayed back and did the whole Sunday feast program, gave a lecture to the guests, did all the puja, everything.
Who was the couple with that snake?
They didn't bring their
They didn't bring their snake?
Okay, thank you, Sumukhi.
Or their info?
I have her number.
Great.
She's
Yeah.
like, thank you. I was like, a cake. And she was like, oh, cake.
Sumukhi was the whole temple on Sunday.
She spoke she read from Essence of Bhagavad Gita. And there was Venus came.
Oh yeah. Venus and his friend.
He came back, but he came to the program and he came back last night.
Nice.
He's really good at bringing people to the boutique.
That's great.
Yeah.
Are you sure you won't speak on live stream, Basanti? Well, go ahead.
Okay. Did you want to say anything? Are you sure?
I said about her.
For her? Okay.
Sometimes Krishna speaks like Bhagavad Gita, and sometimes it's spoken about him like Srimad Bhagavatam.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam, everybody. So I'll just be a little bit scattered about all the different things.
Yeah, she was doing a lot of things.
So as
She was scattered everywhere.
Ragaja Prabhu shared and Ever Prabhu shared so nicely about Zenfest. Even though I feel like festivals are my scene and probably my favorite scene, but everywhere we go is a festival. I'm not as bold as Haridas Prabhu is, and so I get shy in situations like where people are like at the art exhibit. I would have been shy, but I like to be everywhere. I like everywhere is a festival, but I particularly like camp out festivals, and I was super impressed with Ever. His service mood is so sweet and so natural, and could see the next thing before it happens, like with the lights, and and then like we need to move cars. He was just like on everything. He was just on it, and him and Kunkumangi. Yeah, Kunkumangi called me. She's like, yeah, I'm getting an RV, and I'm near Orlando. So can I come to the festival? And I was like, yeah, of course. Where are you? She's like, Fort Myers. I'm like, you are not near Orlando. And then she was worried that she said she thought I would tell her not to come and to come back to the temple. So she said she was near Orlando. And I was like, of course I want you to come, because festivals, it's the beauty of our crew also, and the closeness of the crew, like doing things together, chanting together. Like the people see, like, wow, this group is so loving and so kind, and everyone Kunkumangi going around. Amangani, of course, she cooked so much, and we had so much khichdi on Friday, and then we had so much sabji on Saturday, and then we had this tea. Oh my gosh! And people were the next day. This guy kept coming over. It was just like chai rooibos tea with some almond milk, but he just kept coming back because it was really cold Friday night. They just remember like they're feeling the love, in the prasadam. So they went around and told everybody. Anyways, I had a really good time at Zen Awakening, and also for me, it's very nourishing internally, because I feel like I can sing and I can chant japa and I can talk to people with so I was like, and then it's like I get to be in my Nilamani without hearing the street noise and having the lights come on and off like it does in the city. And so just to be in the beauty. So I thought, it'd be so nice to have one more night here. But I knew duty called, and it was probably one of the most hardest drives I've ever made. And anyone knows I love to drive, but coming back Saturday night was so difficult. I had to stop twice to take a nap, and I practically fell asleep twice. Anyways, I got in at midnight and woke up super excited to go to the race. And I went with Raga, like she said, and it is like the feeding out, like seeing Raga and Haridas just like saying, oh, where are you from? What organization are you from? What do you do? And I was like, I can do that too. So jumped in and met really nice people, and I liked what you said again, also just like our crew sitting together, and little Subal, like everyone just wants to feel part. Everyone wants to feel part of a community. And so we've been talking. So as Didi said, like Give Miami fundraiser really is like the city like putting a light under it, like helping us raise money. And actually I feel like not for our regulars who give every month, but for those, and I'm gonna get on it today, like those who can remember Sharmarani Didi and me and you all, but especially us, like all around the world, can like, oh yeah, she stayed at my house like 15 years ago. Oh yeah, she, I've got Seva Kunja as my altar. Like, let me do something to give back. She has a temple now. So I feel like it's like that, let me give this once a year.
Will you be telling them that?
Yeah.
Good.
Because we're doing this, what we do, we're going to do every day anyways. And so
Krishna doesn't need anybody, but everybody needs to serve Krishna.
Yes, yeah. And so us just like together is so powerful. And then we went after the race, we went to the interfaith, which was so sweet.
Please share about that.
It was so sweet, actually. It was like 200 people, maybe more. We distributed a whole box of Way to Love. That was 200 Way Loves.
And a lot of people didn't get.
And a lot of people didn't get. It was just like so impressive how together they are, how like their AV, like, when everyone spoke, that person's name was on the screen with their logo next to their name. And it seemed like, for them, they have a big team and they have a lot of money, so it was like so effortless probably for them, but it just makes such a feel of like how organized they were. And Reverend Juan, who's been their reverend for many years, just such a sweet, heartfelt person, spoke really nice. And yeah, the people were so nice, such kind people. They're all coming up to us after and wanting to know about us. And it was just a really, and the mayor was there, and she spoke really nicely about, and especially it's true, like this Miami Not Give Day, it's the biggest nonprofit fundraiser in the whole country, like for a city to be doing this. And, so sometimes people are asking me, like, why are you staying in Miami? Why don't you move? Why don't you just go an hour or two north? You can get land, you can get 5 acres, and you can have a farm, and you can do that. Like, we can go into the middle of this state. We can go anywhere into the middle of any state, for like what we spend probably a year here on this place. We can get a whole community, and you can have your ladies' ashram and your men's ashram, and but as the mayor said, like Miami is special. Like Miami's and that's why we feel like we were dropped here, is to reach these particular people, because Krishna doesn't do anything. There's no coincidences. And so the mayor was saying like how like divided the country is, and how
It's the number one concern of residents of America, is how divided we are, and that we forgot ourselves, and we're all lost in our own divisions.
Yeah. So Miami's, the arts and the culture, and it's just beautiful that we have this like place where we get to then do what we do and incorporate it into people, into anywhere and everywhere. The clubs, the arts, the nonprofit. I mean, like last year we were in Moksha, religious people, what are those people called at Moksha? What do they do? Moksha. The galleries, yeah. So, anyways, there's a very...
The ayahuasca group.
Oh, the ayahuasca people, yeah. The alternative medicine people. So, yeah, there's just so much... for me, it's so much... I feel so much pleasure and inspiration in watching everyone else like do what they do, and how amazing you all are. And it's really inspiring and what's the word? Motivating to do more. And but I do, again, just last thing is back to like the festival scene. I feel like, that it's hard. I was so grateful to be at a festival, because like I'm from the West Coast, and there's so many amazing festivals. I've been to so many amazing festivals in California and Arizona and Oregon, and the festivals like out here aren't really like that. Like they're not very many and it's still like I get, and hear certain people like the security guard, the way he spoke, like you still hear people speak, and then you still remember like, this is the South. Like we're still in the South, even though Miami doesn't feel like the South. Florida is the South, and so there's not so many like it's up in like the South is kind of like 20 years behind the West Coast, I feel, and so. It's like we have to, like he was saying, we have to be at festivals. We have to because everyone's searching. They're coming for some sort of transformational experience. They're coming for something else that the world isn't giving them. And so, I want to do more and more. But I can't go to a festival like Imagine again, even though we found Tirthapad there, which was amazing. I personally can't be there. Like, it's too much for me. That EDM music and the drugs, and even though people were probably on drugs here too, it didn't feel like the weed was there, but it didn't feel like people were obnoxiously. There's no craziness. Yeah, there was no craziness. So I do feel like it's in, they told me something about in Tennessee, something in Missouri. Like I do feel like we're getting good at taking care of the temple, and our team is really good. Like if somehow a crew can even travel 8-10 hours to a festival when it's a 3-day festival, it's very important, because there's so many devotees at these festivals. So and having prasad there is just like mandatory. Like I drove 2.5 hours to pick up Hamangani, and she kept thanking me. I was like, your service is so important. Like it was nothing for me. I went there, she drove back, and without the prasadam, it like Thursday we were he was hungry, but luckily Sharda sent us with a ton of pasta. But it's just for the other, not even for ourselves, just to see others partake in, you know, and they feel it. They feel this food is not like any other food.
Some people they would come and they would sit at the booth. I watched actually 3 people sit there, eat the prasad, and just cry.
Mm. Yeah. 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 So amazing. So, yeah, I guess that's it. We have today's Monday. Today's the 17th. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 17, 18, Thursday. We have this 4 days also. So it is still Give Miami, and we still want to reach our goal of 30,000. So if everyone can.
Is everybody here planning to still do things for Give Miami Day? Call people,
Yeah, call people,
encourage people.
to give, and to post on their social media as well.
Yeah.
Because
Is there like a list of all the people we should be calling? Because I've personally gone through my entire address book.
Yeah, I have yeah, I can bring it over.
yeah.
I want to hear Deepa's reflections on the unity event.
Jai, Haribo, thank you.
Anshikopaturabhyastaka kripasendubevacha patitanam pavani. Did you have a nice Krishna conscious weekend, Tripurari? That something that you'd like to share? You trying to get help with the Give Miami Day? Did you start that yet, or will you be starting?
Work on it today. He was just really tired of, he had switched his schedule.
Right. So today, Tripurari.
The day yesterday to rest.
Yeah, and Krishna Chandra are going to be starting their drive for Give Miami Day. They have so many contacts with their music business, social media, individuals. So you'll have a big talking day today. Okay, Sita, are you happy to share anything? Okay. After, okay. All right, so I guess I'll speak now. For the Give Miami Day, I sent posters and personal messages out to my whole Shamrani Nectar list. I have 2. And then I messaged individually everyone on my WhatsApp. I don't know what the result will be. Sometimes I just got obeisances back and I didn't know what that meant. But time will tell. Okay, and then on Sunday, I also went to the, what was really amazing about that group is they don't know me from a hole in the wall. But because really our sentiments are very aligned. And I was shocked that there were about 400 people there, all the way to the back of that big stadium-like temple. But still, they made me one of the 6 or so speakers. And I was supposed to speak for 5, everyone was supposed to speak for 5 minutes. But I didn't look at Vasanti, and she would have went like that. But just because I was really gauging my attention on the audience to see how their faces were, so I'd know whether to go in this direction or that direction with my next sentences. I think we added something. We added God's family is beyond the human race, is for all living entities. Everyone is Krishna's children. We gave the example of the scorpion that, you were there? Ever? Oh, you were, so I don't need to tell about it. Yeah. And so I was surprised also that a lot of them liked it. They said, what you said about the animals, it really ran home for me. So this last half hour before I came for the program, I was re-listening to the whole thing because they also recorded the whole program. I was very impressed with the professional way that they were saying, okay, we have 10 minutes left, and then they were telling about themselves. 10 minutes left before the program starts. So I think if anybody of us has any technical inclination and wants to more professionalize ourselves to attract that. Because usually we start when, somebody's tuning up for the bhajans, and there's one person there.
You mean like what they did when they had the clock with the countdown?
Yeah, we don't necessarily have to do that, but it was just very professional, introducing people to the fact that we're going to have a program, very special program. So I was listening to the various things that were happening, and if anybody else would like to too, Vasanti has the YouTube recording. There were certain things that they did and they said that I think will be very adaptable for us. Like what we've been doing, basically speaking, is Nitai there? Nitai, are you back there? Okay, so Nitai, can you please sit down? Because I know you're busy, but could you sit down for 5 minutes? Thanks. Because you make reels, and we're about to ask you to make a longer reel to send out for the last few days of Miami Giving Day. But I want to ask you one thing to put in the reel, or any advertisement that we do, or anything that we say to anybody, rather than "we need your help." What they were doing, they didn't say it once. They said, like, we're all one under God, we're all one family. Your problem is my problem is your problem, because we are all empathetic with each other. Like, I want to hurry up so that he can go back to his service. So the thing is just about reels or advertisement or speaking. Not that we, us, need your, a separate entity, help. But this is a great opportunity for us to come together for a common cause that makes so much sense. And then this is what we're all contributing to, that the SBA does. And the main thing is that we as one are working with this goal. All right, you can go back. Thanks. All right, so some things I wrote down that I liked what they said, that they're telling their audience, not only their live audience, but their what do you call it, internet audience, live stream audience. Not only that, this body is a bag of pus and blood, and because we're fallen idiots, we decided to come to this material world. But they were saying things like, I'm not saying to exclude that, because that's part of our scriptural philosophy, but also to add what they were telling their audience, that we are all expressions of the divine, which is the same thing as we're all parts and parcel of Krishna, but it's more magical for the audience. And we're all parts and parcels of Krishna, so it's our duty to serve the whole. It's right, but if we could add things like, you're all miracles, divine miracles, you're all expressions of the divinity, which is absolutely true, but said in a very inviting way. And also, I was impressed that they had these cards to pass out to make it so easy to get to know who the new ones are, what do they do, everything about them. You just put that in the database, or you can call them right away. I heard you were, just like I met one friend of Chandranani Sunday named Carolina. I said, what do you do? I was remembering our new mood, find out what everybody does. What do you do? She said, I plan events. So does that mean that you just plan your own friends' events? Or do you plan and create events for others? She said, that's what I do. So I said, could you make an event for us? She said, sure. She doesn't even know us. But she loves Chandranani. So we're going to meet and talk about that. So anyway, so yeah, if they're new, does anybody take a card? So she has the card if anybody wants to make something. Okay. And so, let's see.
Can I make one comment about the card?
Yes.
Rather than printing and having people handwrite things, because even yesterday I wrote people's contact info down, and then I was like typing it in, like you always make mistakes.
Can you take a mic? Oh, no, it's all right. We're not on.
We are.
We're still on live stream. Okay.
Wait, now they're going to hear from Didi for it, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying that most of the people were like 50 was young for the people there yesterday, so I think we could keep it like digital. You know, like we could keep it.
Oh, I see.
Not printing things out. And
So you say if you're new, go to this barcode and fill this out.
honestly, we just go up to everybody who's new and just fill out their stuff
Okay.
on our phone.
Whatever will work. Okay. So, but one thing that Vasanti said that I wrote down too, I know you're all here for a transformational experience, right? And it's a wonderful thing to say. And then they sang this song. They write their own prayers in their Jewish and Christian faiths. It's mostly Jewish.
The main congregation is Christian.
Oh, sorry, Christian. Like Reverend was Christian? Oh, okay. And they had some Jewish leaders as well. So they had this song that their own groups wrote, which is, our souls are welcome. We know our souls are welcome. And we're getting the message from God loud and clear that our souls are welcome. Means it's a positive way to enter a space. And because I was actually listening to the song, and I know there's a purpose to our being here, they said it in this, hallelujah tune you saw. It was really nice. So it made me, when I was listening to it, I was thinking, yeah, there is a purpose in our being here, and I found many purposes. I asked the Reverend, so now we met, can we work together? And he said, yes, I'll connect with you. And then one of the other leaders told me, we don't have our own agenda. Like whoever comes to us to work together, we find out, what do you want to do? And of course, if it's aligned, then we work on that together. And they talked so much about, instead of concentrating on the differences between us, concentrate on what's the same about us. And that's also true just within the temple. Like I have my opinion, you have your opinion. So what do we have in common or it's called win-win. You want to have a festival at the beach, I want to have a festival in the mountains, so we'll have a festival at the beach with a mountain right next to it. I mean, that's a, simplification. And also, to get to the common ground, we have to go to the higher grounds, which means what they meant is come to higher consciousness. And they talked a lot about higher consciousness. And of course, our higher grounds is Krishna consciousness, without which there's no consciousness. But then we'll realize our commonality. So this is something that people love to hear because They want to feel like they belong. And so one thing they were stressing a lot was this is an inclusive community, so that everybody feels at home. And I mean, they went as far as to say something like, I'm you and you're me, or it was something like that. But we don't want to say that necessarily, because we are individuals. But our, whatever race or religion or ideology or philosophy one has, the pains and pleasures of all of us are the same. I feel insulted if I get insulted, and I feel hurt when I feel hurt by someone. And everybody does, even the atheists. So we want to find the commonality in us. Breaking the bias. We're all about inclusiveness. We're in divided times. That's the number one concern. And we're all about being undivided, so that the people feel this is their place. And one of the things that the mayor said was, diversity is a unifying power, because we can take, we see the strengths in others that are different from our strengths. Or somebody might, another example of diversity, if they have a completely different idea that we didn't think about before. Well, wow, let's include that. And peace, world peace is possible here and now. It starts with us. Joy and grace, we're all one in God. Isn't that true? It's just they said it in such an interesting way. We say the same thing, but we can, I think, I'd love to add, so I'm going to write this stuff up. We can say it additionally in ways that make them feel more like coming, because Sita mentioned to me yesterday, so Shamarani, you were asking me, where are all the people? Because like we'll get 5, 6 guests. I know it's a problem with parking, but I wondered where are all the spiritual people? They're not here. And she said, well, here they are in this community, because they feel like it's their community. God is with us. He's here right now. You know, in addition to saying he's millions of universes away and things like that. So let's celebrate who we are. We would never say that in a lecture or in a discussion. Let's celebrate who we are. Of course, we want to say, let's celebrate Krishna, and we're all fallen rascals. But they say, let's celebrate who we are, and who are we? We're parts and parcels of Krishna. Exactly, that's amazing to be. And when they say, Spirit, thank you for our life, our beautiful life. So on one hand, we could say, well, that's Maya. Thank you for our life, because, somebody being a materialist. But thank you for our life means we wouldn't have any life, any existence without Krishna. And thank you for our friends. Thank you for our friends who are you out there, who give us an opportunity to connect and spread joy and learn from you. Thank you for this healing day, oh Spirit. So this is a healing day, because it's an opportunity to chant and remember. Every day is like that for us. And another thing that the Reverend said was, we want to move away from labels, because they're divisory. They create divisions. Well, we're Krishna conscious, and you aren't. Anyone who's not Krishna conscious is an animal. So celebrate individuals. So when we're speaking about them, to them, say, he was so loving. Om was so loving with the lady. We want to celebrate you. Tell me about yourself. See the love and divinity in all. If you tell somebody, I see the love and divinity in you. Really? And there's a higher us waiting to be expressed. These are beautiful, beautiful expressions. We are extensions of Krishna's love, aren't we? It's just a matter of realizing it. Not just thinking and being silent and thinking, I'm an expression of Krishna's love. And then you expect to realize it, but there is a process. There's a divine potential in all of you. And all that is good, he said, whatever name you have for God. So, of course, we know who he is. That's one really great thing about the fortune that we have to be in this disciplic succession. All that is good is alive in you. And there's no separation between us because of Krishna. So, do you like all that stuff, all those phrases? So, and I was just like in the beginning of the recording. So I'll write down whatever I glean from that and then share it with you, and you can use whatever is comfortable for you.
When I hear some of that, it sounds divisive. Like when I hear, oh, we're friends because of Krishna, it sounds like
I don't have to say Krishna. I can say the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Or the supreme reservoir of love.
Reservoir of love, like I was saying in my speech yesterday, whatever I was saying, the absolute whole, the all-attractive, full with 6 opulences. Like we all have some beauty, some strength, but there's somebody, the source of it all, who has it all. And we know him as Krishna from the Vedic scriptures.
I just want to comment on something I really liked that you did.
Can you,
I really liked
can everybody?
when you first were quoting the Bhagavad Gita, you mentioned and you clarified for people how while this is considered Hinduism, what it really is Sanatan Dharma, the eternal function of the soul. Because I realized as you were speaking and Sacred Vedic Arts was on the screen and everyone was mesmerized, I realized in a moment that nobody knew what Vedic was in that whole room. Nobody knew that word. It was mispronounced. Anyhow, so the fact that you clarified that for people, that it's considered Hinduism, everything clicked in a moment, and the unity of it, and how, while it may be considered Hinduism by other people, this is an ancient 5,000-year-old text, that really predates any labels. It predates any division, and that we're presenting and we're sharing this with people because this is what is in our scriptures as the eternal function of the soul, just like the moth goes to a flame. Like we're, as souls, our inclination is to love God.
Well, that's what you just said about the moth and the flame. That's the example of the material world, that we're attracted to the material energy. But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Good.
I just really like that, and I wonder if we can incorporate that more in our preaching, because it almost like gives us an identity that we don't, we're not exactly claiming that identity. People wonder if we're Hindus or what we are, and how to classify us, just because in that group, there's Christians, Jews, Muslims. What are we? What can they call us?
Yeah.
Hare Krishnas. Yeah, but
Yeah, we're not that even. Thank you. So is that the end? Tripurari, you want to say something? Go ahead. Would you like to come here? Okay.
Oh, thank you for giving me a chance to speak. I appreciate everything you said today because as I have one foot in here and one foot in the materialistic world, I am very frightened to express myself. And I hope that no one takes this the wrong way. But when I came to the temple, I felt like I was awakened in a way where I was frightened. And these words that you're about to share with me will help me connect with people.
Great.
And may give me a reason to no longer carry my gun on me.
I don't understand.
I carry a firearm with me everywhere I go because I feel there's a spiritual warfare out there.
Spiritual warfare?
Yeah, like I'm being attacked by Christians, I'm being attacked by Muslims, I'm being attacked.
Oh, verbally attacked.
Correct. And I sometimes feel frightened for my life. And the only way I was raised in this world to protect myself is to have a firearm.